It's been a while.
One word from our sponsors first. We got in trouble the last time because we didn't. This is the reason our microphone covers our sponsors. We're brought to you today by a tasty treat. It's called Nutella, and they've sent us, bless their heart, they've sent us this jar
Did
of
they
Nutella.
really send it?
It was
to
in a
us,
big
though?
box.
Are
We thought we were gonna get more,
Okay.
and it's a tasty treat.
All right.
Is there anything else? Do you use your
No,
hazelnut spread with
I'm
cocoa?
worried we're
with
gonna
cocoa
get
butter?
in trouble for not having a real sponsor. But we're looking for sponsors. We actually have something big coming up that we would love to have sponsors. Who wouldn't want sponsors?
Who wouldn't want sponsors?
Anyways, who are we?
Apologies. So we are Between Two Teeth. Yeah. And then I'm Steph. This is Bob. And
I want to try to be Bobby. It's
Steph, and this is Bobby.
We're talking about a serious thing today. This is back in the studio for the first time in a little while. I want to talk about the Japanese proverb of fall 7 times, get up 8. And we have a bit of a story that kind of intersects.
Okay.
I hope I do this well. You had an article that you wrote. It was on this channel and it was on vulnerability.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
You sent it somewhere. It kind of got pushed back to you.
Right.
That wasn't easy for you to handle.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, if you know me, I hate rejection.
And it was tough because it was on vulnerability. Anyways, you ended up kicking it up the chain. It ended up being published by the
American Dental Association.
Yes, a new.
The kind of funny thing is, it's
blog.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that ended up working out well. At the same time, I had possibly one of the most important meetings that I was ever going to have.
Well,
well, I guess you're right. But
relatively.
It was incredibly important.
This decade.
It's literally something I had been working on for 25 years. I finally get this meeting with this one key critical individual, and I missed the meeting by 30 minutes. In my head, I was like, it's 4 p.m.
So let me kind of summarize here because that was a long-winded explanation. So what we've got is our topic today. Fall 7 times.
Fall 7 times.
You get up 8.
Get up 8.
And our analogies here are, from my perspective, I had something that I wrote that got rejected, and that's kind of tough. But then
and it was on vulnerability.
It was on vulnerability.
So I guess that's vulnerable.
And then, but we didn't stop there, and we actually were based on some of our connections, we were able to get it actually published on a bigger.
Bigger platform. And here's where the crazy thing
and that's kind of the crazy thing.
I missed this meeting. And once again, I'm just I'm sitting there. I've got all dressed up and no place to go. I'm like,
right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then on your,
just met that.
on your side of things, your fall down 7 times was you missed a very important meeting.
Critical. And here's where they intersect. We have to talk about where they intersect.
Right. I'm just making sure the audience is with us.
So you didn't quit. I didn't quit. We had someone read that article that was connected to me. They reached out to me. They said, oh my gosh, love that article. Love what you guys do.
This is the funny things in life.
I said, oh my gosh, you're not going to guess. I missed a meeting with Mr. X or Dr. X. Yes, that's our sponsor. Nutella's pretty good.
Hazelnut spread.
Dr. X. I missed the meeting. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she goes, you know what? You need to talk to Dr. Y. And oh my gosh, Dr. X is somebody's blah, blah, blah. So I end up talking to Dr. Y, which sets me up perfectly for Dr. X. Anyways.
You've lost me already.
Long version of the story is
you're losing
I got a re-meeting with Dr. X.
That's great.
Because of connections, because in part, because your article got rejected.
It's almost like a butterfly effect.
Yeah, look at that.
And it's funny. Everyone, and the important message here is that, so the way I kind of look at it is success or kind of being successful at getting up the 8th time after you've fallen down 7. Success is not a destination. It's a personality. It's a characteristic. And what I'm talking about is, so what I'm talking about is it's not that you failed. It's not that you failed. Are you afraid of failure? Let me finish my point. The important part is that if you begin with the end in mind, which I'm reading this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of the habits is beginning with the end in mind. When I began with the end in mind, I wanted to bring to light some of the areas of vulnerability that I was writing about. And since I had a goalpost of the end, which was spreading this message, it was easy for me to keep trying and keep going, even though I got rejected.
And it's nice to have people that help you along the way.
Which leads back to one of the aspects of my purpose statement, which is connection.
Yeah. And because of our connection, supporting one another to say, hey, you got this, go here. And you, after looking at me that meeting, you're just like, oh my God.
I actually felt really bad for you.
I literally cannot believe.
So the cool thing about Bobby is he is Mr. Prepared. He prepared 2 days for this meeting. If you could see his computer screen, he had sticky notes everywhere.
All the way around.
All the way around. We had rehearsed multiple times on
was brutal.
How the meeting was going to go. He dressed up. He stopped seeing patients early. He sat down.
My staff knew.
He sat down as perfectly as he could 5 minutes before he should have been there. Yeah. And then all I hear is, oh no. And I'm like, oh no. What happened?
You're like, are you going to let it define you? Or are you going to let it stop you?
I felt so bad for you sitting there dressed up for a very important meeting.
But here's the best
that wasn't going to happen.
If I hadn't have missed it, I would have missed the opportunity for the other critical meeting that happened that set me up in a better way
because of
this one that's
my blog post
Monday, because of your blog post. Frankly, because of you getting rejected.
Yeah.
That's really what did it.
It really hurt.
Connections to other people that helped with all of this. So
let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. If you see one of your friends fail, help them stand up.
Oh,
if
nice.
you fail, stand back up. Look for people around you. Dark days, it'll change. And it's super duper tough to kind of appreciate that, but it will.
And kind of last final note, I was helping a friend. She's going through a really tough breakup, and I was talking to her about rejection. And I'm probably the worst person to give advice on rejection because I'm terrible at it. But what I could tell her is, hearing her story, I said, getting rejected, it's not about you. It's just about the other person recognizing weaknesses in themselves.
Yeah, totally agree. Listen, thanks for joining us on this one. If
you
fall, get back up. Please subscribe. Please hit the comment section. Once again, technically our legal disclaimer, we're not officially sponsored by Nutella.
What if you fall on some
Nutella? If you fall on Nutella,
you hope
the jar's
it's
open.
A hazelnut spread with cocoa, and it's delicious.
You would be very good at
don't eat too much in one sitting.
Doing that.
Don't ask me how I know.
Yes, exactly.
And this is just the tastiest treat. It goes great on bagels and toast and walnuts.
So official. So official. Anyways, love y'all. Please hit the subscribe
button.
See you next time.
Bye.
That was good.